Hi there, Mysterious Jackson here from the Mysterious Show here. And what I'm going to talk about, Street Fighter 6. What I think about it, and if I'm excited for it, and the replacement of Brandon Lipton. Let's get into it. Okay, so when Street Fighter 6 was announced, it was announced as better than ever before and taking new approaches to the franchise as a whole. And given what I've seen and played, they're not wrong. It still has the character story modes, but it also has a new world tour mode where your created avatar or your created cat, or whatever you want to call it, is going around the world and becoming a Street Fighter. But it's not in the way you think, because it's not like back in the olden days where you make a character and you battle the cast of characters. It's kind of like how Dragon Ball's universe is, where you're going around the world and battling other created characters, and like you don't just walk up to them and press X to fight them. You actually have to press square to fight them. And I like that approach. I like the idea of making a created character and going around and leveling them up and just fighting in the streets as you go around the world, leveling up and meeting people and then having them be your master. Like, you have Chun-Li can be your master, Ryu can be your master, Ken can be your master, DJ can be your master, and so on and so forth. And Luke is also your master. I get what they were trying to do with Luke's character, but people thought that, it was going to be based on around Ryu because he's the main character, and Luke is a new character. He didn't come until near the end cycle of sf6, and I get everybody's concerns, but when I got to play with him in Street Fighter 6, he's not that bad. He's not that bad in sf6 either, but I get it. People wanted to save the characters, and people feel that, Luke is taking over the spot, which I don't think that's to be the case, because Ryu's been there since the very beginning. Ken's been there since the very beginning. Like, there's no way nobody can take their spot. Quite literally, Street Fighter is nothing without Ken, Ryu, and Akuma, and Vega, and Chun-Li, and E Honda, T-Hawk, DJ, and Fei Long, and all them. But I get it. People were like, Luke, why is he the trainer when it should be someone who's well known versus lose. And I think it's because they're trying to branch on and bring in a new generation of fighters instead of relying on the legendary characters. And I like what I've played and I like what I saw. And I like how you can make your own creative character and have them learn your favorite character's finishing moves and signature moves. Like, Ken got all of his, and there's nothing changed about his character except for one thing. They have a new voice actor in the voice of David, a character that was from the Hero Academia franchise. And the replacement of the replacement of Brandon, it saddens me because, you know, he made that role what it is. He made Ken what he is because he embodies the character. Not because he's been doing it for so long, because he fell right into it. Like, when I hear Ken in up and coming games, I don't picture anybody else but Brandon. And David, he's a talented voice actor as well. But bless his heart, he's got some big shoes to fill, and he's trying. Like, I'm not gonna stop using the character just because the voice actor I'm familiar with isn't the voice of Ken, but it's blatantly obvious. People were trying to tell me Brandon was still doing the voice. I could tell he wasn't. I can tell that David was trying to copy Brandon, and they needed a replacement due to the last minute, and they were like, can you try to sound like Brandon, because he's well known for the character Ken and Dante for Devil May Cry. And I don't get why he was replaced just because of political views on certain things. Like, that was nothing that he said was wrong or anything. And it should be someone's decision if they want to do certain things or not. But it's no reason for them to be replaced and lose their job, something that they loved doing, and that was essentially their livelihood. I mean, this isn't the end of the road for him because he's talented. But how I would have done it, I would have had him do Street Fighter 6, and then if they wanted to have somebody else do it after Brendan, then you could have did that or waited until he decided to retire, because that character is iconic